woman killed in that shooting this morning in Springfield Township is 33-year-old Lucretia Black. They say the female suspect in this case has been shot by Indiana State Police and killed in an officer-involved shooting. That suspect has been identified as 42-year-old Taria Brown. Police say law enforcement in the region were looking for her vehicle because of that shooting here in Springfield Township. During that search, she was involved in a pursuit with Indiana State Police in Clinton County, Indiana. Police say after that chase ended, a gunshot was fired from inside Brown's vehicle, and that's when Indiana State troopers fired back.
Damn. What? He wanna f with that. Tell me.
Lucretia Black was bold, beautiful, and captivating, a towering force of charm and sex appeal. She turned heads wherever she went, including capturing the heart of her wife, Taria Brown. For nearly 5 years, Taria was hopelessly in love with her younger, vivacious partner, sealing their whirlwind romance with a proposal and a wedding. But beneath the surface of their seemingly perfect relationship simmered jealousy, control, and obsession. Taria's love was anything but unconditional. When Lucretia finally broke free, walking away from their turbulent marriage after just 1 year, Taria refused to let go. Calls went unanswered, pleas were ignored, and Black began planning her future without Brown, a future Taria couldn't bear to accept. What followed was a shocking act of possessive rage. After being shut out, Brown stormed to Black's house, where in a chilling confrontation, she ended her life with a single fatal bullet to the head. This is the story of love turned lethal, of a vibrant life cut short by the one person who vowed to protect it. Lucretia Black's voice was silenced, her dreams extinguished, all because she dared to take back her freedom. What drove Taria Brown to such a horrific act, and how did a passionate romance spiral into cold-blooded murder? This is the tragic story of obsession, betrayal, and a love that became deadly. Taria was supposed to be Lucretia's partner, her wife, her safe place. 8 years older and a mother of 4, Taria presented herself as a loving partner on social media. Their relationship seemed like a dream, with photos of vacations, matching tattoos, and celebrations of love filling their feeds. The couple married on December 3, 2023, radiating joy for the world to see. But behind the curated images of happiness, a storm of jealousy, control, and violence was brewing, one that would end in unimaginable tragedy less than a year later. By the fall of 2024, Black had had enough. The charming, vibrant woman who once adored Brown now felt suffocated by her jealousy and dangerous behavior. Taria's love had turned toxic, with threats, physical violence, and emotional abuse replacing the vows they had exchanged. When Lucretia filed for divorce, she was clear. There would be no turning back, but Brown refused to let go. What followed was a campaign of harassment and intimidation. Taria called her constantly, showed up unannounced, destroyed her property, and left chilling voicemails filled with threats. Her behavior wasn't just unhinged, it was a calculated effort to keep under her control. And when all else failed, Taria made the ultimate, horrific decision to ensure no one else could have her. On the morning of November 18, 2024, less than 2 weeks from their first wedding anniversary, Taria showed up at Lucretia's house. Armed and determined, she unhooked the battery from Black's car to ensure she couldn't escape. By 7 in the morning, 911 calls reported gunfire. When police arrived, they found Lucretia dead, shot in the head by the very person she had once trusted with her life.
The first shot was when the door was closed. The second shot was when the door was open and the shot been made and she fell down to the ground.
Is there children there?
Yes, there's 2.
Where's the other one? There should have been 3. They were just out there.
So one is at school. The other one is upstairs.
Radio traffic between dispatchers and police made it sound as if they knew of the suspect and victim before the incident this morning. It sounds like they both knew each other. I spoke with a neighbor who says she's lived in this condo complex since 2017 and never witnessed anything like this.
All my neighbors are just peaceful. Everybody, nobody argues or anything. So, it's just shocking because nothing happened over here. nothing. So it's crazy.
Taria fled to Indiana, but as troopers closed in, she turned the gun on herself, ending her own life in a final selfish act. The double tragedy left 2 families shattered and the internet reeling.
They knocked on the door and told me that it was a bullet hole in my window.
A traumatizing Monday morning. Linda Sales says she looked outside of her Springfield Township apartment to see police officers and crime tape, then realized someone shot and killed her neighbor, Lucretia Black, just feet from her door, and one of those bullets hit her back window.
It's so blessed and lucky that I was sleeping, that I was in the back. I'm so thankful that my grandkids wasn't here because that's the area where they play, eat, and spend their time.
Minutes earlier,
911, do you have an emergency?
Yes, someone's dead.
a 911 call from a man who was with Black.
Who is this person to you? A friend?
She's like a caretaker to me.
At the time, the man who called wasn't sure who shot her.
Okay, do you know of her? Like, have you seen her before, or was she just a stranger?
I saw her a couple of times.
We found out through Hamilton County court records, Lucretia Black and the suspect 42-year-old Taria Brown were married. One friend of Black described their relationship to WCPO 9 News as on again, off again, and the two would fight often. About 2.5 hours later, after the fatal shooting in Springfield Township, another shooting. This time between Brown and Indiana State Police on I-65 in Clinton County. ISP said troopers tried to stop Brown on the interstate, but said she never stopped, and during the chase, fired shots at troopers from her car. Troopers shot back at her. SWAT was also called and discovered Brown dead in her car. Indiana State Police said they recovered a gun from Brown's car, but they didn't make it clear if she died from gunshots by state troopers.
Friends and loved ones took to social media to grieve, with one heart-wrenching post summing up the rage and sorrow. I don't understand why people are sharing pictures of them together like she didn't murder my friend. My friend didn't want to be with her anymore, and that's the reality. These pictures are zoning me out, making me sick. I'm deleting everyone who thinks this weird-ass behavior is okay. Taria was a coward. She killed herself because she couldn't get her way. She was old, controlling, and a textbook female narcissist. And yes, I'm salty. F. Taria, respectfully. My friend was on the phone begging for her life, and she still took it. That is not love. They weren't even living together anymore. There's no excuse for what she did showing up at her house, unhooking her car battery so she couldn't escape, and then taking her life in cold blood. This isn't fair. It's not right. My friend deserved better. F her forever. When Lucretia stood firm, determined to move on with her life, Taria's obsession reached its breaking point. Now, both women are gone. Black's life was stolen in its prime. Their children and families are left to grapple with the devastating aftermath, mourning not just the loss of life, but the senselessness of it all. Black's life was taken by someone who claimed to love her. As her family prepares to lay her to rest, we remember a life full of potential, extinguished by jealousy and obsession.